Amazingly, that scene was done in one take. I know that because Michael Stern told me that. Michael is Lucy's #1 fan. He had been her assistant on her last TV show, Life with Lucy. I'm Cindy Vandor, and I'm here all day long on this tribute to Lucy, and it's been a wonderful opportunity for me because I'm also a fan, and I love hearing this stuff, and I know that you do too because we've been getting lots of phone calls from people with lots of questions, so we're going to play Stump Michael Stern.
Uh-oh.
Michael, how many, people out there want to know how many episodes there were of I Love Lucy?
There were 179 original half hours, and there were 13 1-hours. And there was one episode of the 13 that was actually 75 minutes long.
Okay, now I boned up a little bit and found out that if you play all of those episodes together, they would take screened it all in succession without interruption, it would take 4 days, 7 hours, and 45 minutes. We are going to screen just the cream of all of those episodes, and we will do that throughout the afternoon until about 6 o'clock tonight. We've got some more coming, and we will also do it without commercial interruption. Another question people wanted to know, what was the first episode to be filmed, and what was the first episode to actually be aired?
Oh, the names, you may have to help me on this. You know what? You just stopped Michael Stern. I know them. I've been saying them all day.
Right, I can read it. So The Girls Want to Go to a Nightclub was the first episode to be filmed. And of course it was a storyline they went to an awful lot. The girls want to go out. They want to go to
That was the first one.
Lucy Thinks Ricky Is Trying to Kill Her was the first episode to air.
I think you got it in reverse.
And I'm sure somebody out there will tell us because
They've been calling.
These are fanatical fans, which is wonderful. What was the last episode to air?
That one I know for sure. Lucy dedicates a statue, and it was the only time that the actual Arnaz kids were seen on the show. In the very last scene, or one of the last scenes, they were standing by Vivian Vance, and they were young kids at the time, but they were there. They were seen.
Well, we know that Lucy's favorite of all the episodes is the one in which her putty nose is set on fire while she's sitting there with William Holden. Now, you've got a great, funny little anecdote. We're a little bit pressed for time, but tell us about the behind-the-scenes stuff.
What I understand is Lucy always followed her scripts, but she had to do the putty, and it caught on fire when she had to light a cigarette. It lit on fire, and she actually put her coffee cup to her nose, and that's how the fire went out.
In other words, it was a mistake that it got caught on fire in the first place, and her ad lib, her spontaneous reaction to it, is one of the very best comic bits ever, and one of her favorites.
Exactly.
Her favorite,
that was one of her favorites, yes.
Yeah. We're going to see that later on this afternoon. It will be one of the 4 episodes that were Lucy's favorite 4 episodes that we will end our tribute on. Right now, we're going to go back to the episode that we're in the middle of. This one has Bob Hope starring in it. And it's called Lucy and Bob Hope, of course. They're at Yankee Stadium. Let's take a look.